What do you get when you combine cute girls with plump, fatty farm animals? Muchi Muchi pork! Cave's 2007 vertical shooter, and one of the last games that Yagawa programmed for Cave, thank God! More on that later. Now, before I begin, please do not take anything about this game seriously. Except its fun factor, for the most part. Basically, you play as one of three girls, who got changed into pig girls by the evil enemy known as General Pork Fillet. I'm not making this shit up. So you pilot your tricycle, which is capable of flight by pedaling. Not making this shit up. You have your normal shot, a bomb attack, which features a giant robot doing calisthenics, and a large laser type attack, known as your lard beam. I'm not making this shit up. Speaking of the game itself, it's tons of fun. Following Cave's other shoot-em-ups, Muchi Muchi Pork is right up there with the best of them. It's a great combination of art style, action, difficulty, music, and most of all, fun factor. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I find it very fun to play through. The well-known programmer Shinobu Yagawa was responsible for this game, and if you've played his previous titles, his usual style is readily apparent. Like his previous games, and speaking on the scoring system, it's less stressful than, say, the Dodonpachi series. Basically, you kill an enemy with your lard beam, and said enemy drops a rotating medal, valued at 100 points to start, and increasing. By collecting all the on-screen medals, then continuing this process, the point amount of each medal increases with each time you do this, all the way up to 10,000 points, which drop these big golden hams! Also, as with other Yagawa games, if you allow even a single medal to drop off the screen, or you die, your medal amount goes back to 100, and you have to start over again. The weapon power-ups are included as well, although there's two types of drops during gameplay. You have the small pea sausages, which increase your shot power, and there's actual pigs, which increase your lard beam power. Your lard beam does grow in power as well, becoming bigger with the more swine you pick up. Much like Armed Police Bat Rider, as your shot powers up, you'll also gain smaller gun pods next to you, throwing out additional firepower. As mentioned before, you also have the standard bomb weapon, which produces a large Voltron on screen, and that usually does something ridiculous instead of just a large explosion, and converts all bullets in the vicinity into pigs. Seriously, when you bomb with Rafute, her robot is laying on the ground throwing a temper tantrum. So basically, you want to scarf down as much Muchi Muchi fucking pork during the level as possible! There are the usual 5 stages and 5 bosses. They really aren't that challenging, but they're well designed in terms of looks and attacks. Ironically, both the stage 4 boss in this game, as well as ESP Galuda 2, are larger tanks, with multiple parts that have to be destroyed. Both are cave games, but both had different designers. You polish off the final boss, and in the epilogue, you and your fellow players are shown to have been returned to normal human form. Game over. The music was composed by Daisuke Matsumoto, as well as 4 other composers, and is incredibly upbeat. Sound effects for the most part sound rounded and well done, with energy sounds, explosions, and character voices done well. While the game was released into arcades in 2007, it didn't receive an Xbox 360 port till 2011, and was bundled with another Yagawa game, Pink Sweets. The latter of the two games is the main reason why I still haven't picked up the 360 port, as well as the fact that Cave, for some reason unknown, didn't give us an HD conversion as they've done with almost every other port to the system. There are a few different gameplay types, but nowhere near the amount of attention and replayability of other Cave releases on the home systems. Overall, Muchi Muchi Pork is a great addition to Cave's lineup, and while it isn't considered one of their top games, it's still a blast to play. From the cute characters to the cute graphics, cute music, and just... this game is cuteness overload! Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, go check it out. What do you get when you combine... What do you get when you combine...